Good morning, children. I hope you all are feeling happy and ready to learn something new today. Before we begin, I want to ask you a little question. Have you ever wished for something with all your heart? Or hoped someone would help you when you were in trouble? Today, we are going to read a very interesting story that talks about faith, hope, and kindness. Let's see what this story teaches us about believing in something, even when times are hard. But before that, let me ask some simple questions. 1. What does faith mean to you? Here are some answers from the students. Faith means to believe in something. Faith means to trust something or someone very much. Faith means believing in something, even if you can't see it. Faith can give people strength during difficult times. Do you agree with these answers, children? Now the next question. 2. Do you believe that praying can help someone? Why or why not? Here are some answers from the students. Yes, because it gives people hope and makes them feel strong. Yes, praying gives hope. Yes, because it makes people feel better and strong. Okay. Let me ask you some other questions. 3. Have you ever asked someone for help when you were in trouble? What happened? Yes, I asked my friend to help me with homework, and he did. Yes, I asked my friend and he helped me. Yes, I asked my teacher, and she helped me understand the lesson. Well done, students. Your answers are very interesting. 4. Do you think people can talk to God by praying? Why or why not? Yes, some people do prayers to feel close to God. Yes, some people pray to God to share their feelings. 5. What would you do if your crops or food were all gone? I would ask for help. I would ask for help from my family or people in the village. I would tell my family and try to find help. Wonderful answers from the students. The story that we are going to read today is A Letter to God. Written by Gregorio Lopez y Fuentes, focusing on the theme, Faith Can Move Mountains, and the main character Lencho. It is about a poor farmer named Lencho who lives in a village with his family. He depends on his crops to survive. One day, a heavy storm destroys his field, and he loses all hope. But Lencho has a strong faith in God. He writes a letter to God asking for help. This story shows how powerful faith can be, and how sometimes help comes in unexpected ways. It also teaches us about kindness, belief, and hope. Now let's go to the actual lesson. Letter to God Lesson Explanation. Passage. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Throughout the morning Lencho, who knew his fields intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Word meaning. crest, top of a hill. Dotted, full of. Downpour, heavy rain. Intimately, closely. Explanation of the above passage. Lencho, the farmer, lived on the only house that was there on the top of a hill. The hill was low height. From there, a river and a ready-to-harvest corn field were visible. The field belonged to Lencho, and he had the utmost confidence that the harvest would reap great profits. The only thing that he awaited was rainfall. In this hope, he spent an entire morning gazing at the sky in the northeast direction from where a drizzle was expected to shower on his field. I request all the students to read the above passage silently for 1 or 2 times. Then discuss the passage in pairs or groups and write the answers to the simple comprehension questions in your notebooks. Here are your questions. 1. Where was the house located? 2. Was the house alone or were there other houses nearby? 3. What could be seen from the house? 4. What did the cornfield have in it? 5. What did the flowers in the field mean? 6. What was the only thing the earth needed? 7. What was Lencho doing during the morning? 8. Which direction was Lencho looking toward? 9. Why was Lencho looking at the sky? 10. Did Lencho know his fields well? Students will be given some time to answer the questions by their own. Later the answers will be displayed on the screen so that students can compare and correct their answers if necessary. Answer to question number 1. On the top of a low hill. Answer to question number 2. The house was the only one in the valley. Answer to question number 3. The river and the field of ripe corn. Answer to question number 4. Flowers. Answer to question number 5. They meant a good harvest was coming. Answer to question number 6. A downpour or a shower, rain. Answer to question number 7. He was looking at the sky. Answer to question number 8. Toward the northeast. Answer to question number 9. He was waiting for rain. Answer to question number 10. Yes, he knew them very well. Open-ended questions. Students, now you have to answer some thought-provoking questions related to the same passage. Here is your first question. 1. What does the setting of the story, a lonely house on a hill, ripe corn fields, tell you about Lencho's life and environment? After reading out this question, students will be given some time to think individually. If needed, students will be allowed to read the passage again silently. Later the possible answer will be displayed on the screen. Here is the answer. Answer. It shows that Lencho lives in a quiet, rural area where farming is his main work. The house being alone suggests that his life is simple and possibly hard, but he is close to nature. 2. How do you think Lencho feels as he looks toward the sky? Why might he feel that way? Answer. Lencho probably feels hopeful but also worried. He is hoping for rain because his crops depend on it, but he might be anxious because he can't control the weather. 3. Why do you think the author chose to begin the story with a description of the landscape and Lencho's actions? Answer. The author wants us to understand how important the land and weather are to Lencho. It helps us connect with his life and the importance of nature in his world. 4. In what ways does nature play an important role in the lives of people like Lencho? Can you relate this to any real-life examples? Answer. Nature gives them food and a way to earn a living. If there is no rain, their crops may fail. Many farmers in real life also depend on rain and good weather for their crops to grow. 5. What do you think might happen next if it doesn't rain? How might that affect Lencho and his family? Answer. If it doesn't rain, Lencho's crops may dry up and die. This would cause his family to suffer as they might have no food or money. It could lead to hunger and poverty. 6. Why do you think the author uses phrases like, flowers that always promised a good harvest? What mood or tone does that create? Answer. The phrase shows hope and positivity. It creates a mood of expectation and shows that Lencho believes in the signs of nature. It also makes the reader feel that something good is coming. 7. If you were Lencho, what would you be thinking as you watched the sky? What thoughts or hopes might fill your mind? Answer. I would be thinking, please let it rain soon. I would be hoping that the crops get water so that my hard work doesn't go to waste. I might also pray or wish for help from nature.